The guest list continues right now. We are kicking the morning off with State Treasurer John Schroder. Treasurer Schroder, welcome aboard, man. How are you?
Good morning.
Well, I think, yeah, there you go. Got it down a little bit. There it is. How are you this morning?
A little tired, you know. Believe it or not, this is a lot of work. You can tell by my voice.
Yeah, well, you've been running at like a
Oh
sprinter's
yeah.
pace this whole week, so
If you
or the last
kept
couple
up with,
days.
if you kept up with me, you've been working hard.
Absolutely, doing my level best. All right, well, I want to start with give me a rundown.
Yeah.
Walk me through yesterday, the events, the conferences, and all the different little breakouts and stuff that you attended personally.
Yeah. I got here. What is today? I don't even know.
Today's Friday.
Friday. I got here Wednesday afternoon, and you know I've had things to go to as late as you want to go to it.
Yeah.
You know, so yesterday was a big day, but I'll go back today. I can't take 4 or 5 days of it. You know, I come in like a I don't know, like a covert operation, and it's a big agenda,
Well,
a lot of things to do, a lot of people to see, especially doing what I do when you represent the whole state. It's an unbelievable way to see people from across the entire state.
so one of the things that gets lost in the wash with this is, yes, we do see people from all over the state.
Yeah.
This, as treasurer, what kind of, if you were to try to handle all this business back home, what would that take out of your office and your time?
It would take weeks of travel.
Yeah.
Weeks. I went to the dinner last night with Bossier Parish Economic Development Chamber. There was 80 to 100 people there, and I got to speak. I mean, I couldn't do that in 3 months' time, trying to get to Bossier or Shreveport and see that many people at one time. So I never did it as a legislator. I didn't come up here and just for the record, the state's never paid me to come. I've paid for it all out my campaign account. But I didn't come till I ran for treasurer. And I don't know. I guess from a legislative process, you come up here to see it because everybody's here. I mean, it's hard to understand until you go see it one time, and I got it when I came because I was in the legislature almost 10 years and I had never come.
Yeah.
You know, so I came out my first year as treasurer, and it's a great way to touch everybody around the state because it's pretty incredible how many people are here.
State Treasurer John Schroder is our guest. Did you make it to Louisiana Live last night?
I didn't.
Are you an Elvis fan?
Am I?
Are you?
Elvis, you said?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay. They had an Elvis impersonator
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
He was okay.
Yeah.
He was okay. I was waiting for more over the top, but you didn't miss a whole lot.
No, look, I come on business. I'm not into the parties. I don't really drink, so it's a party.
No, yeah, it's perfect balance though.
Yeah.
That's why in all the promos we were running for the trip and we're doing business the way that only we can.
Yeah.
So it's what makes us unique. We have business to talk about though, aside from Washington and Mardi Gras. Although interesting takeaway, you never came as a state representative.
Nope, I never did.
That's because I find a lot of the ideas that we're going to hear about in April are what's being talked about right now.
No, there's no question. It's an easy place to talk about things,
Mhm.
you know, and it's an easy place to mix and mingle with a lot of people at one time, and you can move very quickly from one thing to the next, which I do all day. I mean, I went till I think Wednesday night till about 1:30 in the morning. Last night, I conquered my. I was out by about 11:15, 11:30. I couldn't do it, and then today I fly home. So.
All good, all good. All right, we do have business to attend to. The ESG topic is growing nationally.
Yes.
This is gaining a lot of momentum. I feel like you and I have been talking about this for some time now. Walk me through how it's gotten this kind of like lightning hot heat.
Because it's bad for the country, and it's bad for you and I. And if you think back, I mean, this has been something I've been on for a while now, and nobody knew about it. You know, how many times have I explained to it about it on the radio? I was on a national program here yesterday, and that's all we talked about was ESG. So for those that don't know, it's environmental social governance, and it's a way for corporate America to play government without being elected, without having any mandates from any policymakers or setters. And you know, what's sort of crazy about this whole thing is the attack from I guess the left. I'm not really a right and left guy, but it's amazing how I'm getting attacked for pushing back even by our print media. They don't understand it. This is about me making decisions, financial decisions for the state, and doing business with companies that have our best interests at heart. That's not political.
Right.
You know, somebody sent me an article yesterday that somebody took a shot at me that I'm playing politics. Brian, this is not politics. It's good, sound financial decisions. You wouldn't invest all your money in the station across the street that's running advertising that's trying to beat your brains in, would you?
No, and it's the only problem I have with ESG is the letter G, because it's not governance; it's holding people hostage.
Right. There's no question. No question.
There's a big difference there to me, and that's where politics stops, and we can all get on the same team to support Louisiana.
Right. Look, at the end of the day, we still invest in our money.
Mm-hmm.
I try to find a simple way to explain this to the public, and I think you've heard me use this example before. It's like going to lunch and having a cheeseburger. Do I want to go to Burger King, Rally's, Sonic? I mean, there's a lot of places to go get a hamburger. There's a lot of places to invest your money as well.
No, absolutely. State Treasurer John Schroder, our guest, talking a little bit about ESG and the growth of the knowledge of the topic. I mean, this really got catapulted when last year Russia invaded Ukraine.
Right. That's really when it started.
Yeah.
I was asked that yesterday, and I had to remember, when did this thing really kick off? Well, it really kicked off after the invasion. And we looked real hard at where we were investing our money in some of these volatile countries.
Mm-hmm.
And because the fact of the matter is, we as a country, we as a state, invest a lot of our money overseas.
Yes.
So I think we need to pay attention and look harder at where those investments are and slowly come up with some different plans and ideas of where we invest the money. Because, again, I think we've been talking about this for a while. It's taken us a while to get the data, but very shortly we should have data that shows how much of our money out of the $60 billion in retirement funds is invested inside the borders of Louisiana, inside the borders of the United States, and then how much of it is outside our country.
We don't even know?
No.
That's incredible.
No, I don't know in a globo because I don't manage any of that money.
Right.
But I want the pensioners, the people who participate in these pension plans, to understand and communicate with their boards, because I think that needs to change.
State Treasurer John Schroder is our guest, and the ESG topic is not going away. The labeling of it, environmental, social governance,
right.
Like it's when you hear environmental, you already know like a lot of political sides are going to be taken just off the word. Same thing with social.
Yeah.
But when you get to the governance term, then that's a matter of doing. If you're doing the right thing in your life, or what's appeared,
right.
is proposed to you as being the right thing, voluntarily versus having it forced down your throat. I think that, to me, regardless of what the policies that they're pushing are, right. It's the holding of hostage.
Look, I tell people, go on YouTube and watch these videos of some of these CEOs from BlackRock, which is Larry Fink, and listen to what he says, where he believes that company should force our behavior. Yeah. I mean, he talks like we live in Cuba. Yeah. So
1 minute.
The great thing about the internet today and the information overload, you don't have to take my opinion, and you don't have to listen to my definition. You can get on the internet in any place and listen to these big corporate CEOs talk about like they're the kings.
We got State Treasurer John Schroder. I know we're supposed to bail in like a minute, but I want to keep you for about 2.5, 3 more minutes. And I want to talk about, I've got you lined up coming on again next week once we're back home again. February 1st is going to be National UCP Day.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot to come along with that. So how much can you talk about right now versus what's coming up next week?
Look, it's just promotional. I mean, we have to do something constantly to promote the program because it's amazing. How many times I've talked to you in the last 5+ years that I've been treasurer. And when we get off the radio, our claims will go up 500 to almost 1,000 claims when we get on the radio talk about it. So It's just another reason to promote it, get on the radio, and give away more money.
It's an amazing program. Always has been an amazing program. I check it probably twice a year, maybe 3 times a year.
Yeah.
I have gotten to the point, and this is a little nerdy of me, but I've gotten to the point where I'll just start looking up other people as well and give them a call.
Well, I've gotten a habit when I meet people for the first time, especially if my wife's with me, because she just loves doing it, because it's amazing how many times we meet with somebody, and if it's not them personally, or somebody in their immediate family has money in it. One in 6 people, Brian. And we do get money every year.
Right. So that 1 in 6 changes.
Every year we get about $100 million of new money almost every year.
So there will be a new pilot program coming out. We'll talk about it a lot more once it's out. In the meanwhile, we always appreciate a little time. All right, so today's schedule.
2 minutes.
I'll hit a couple of big economic development lunch today. I'll meet with some of the leaders around Baton Rouge, all the parish presidents, which is probably one of the most important things I do here. You can't get around this many parish presidents at one time. And let me tell you, you hear how bad the problem is with FEMA and the lack of support that they're getting to help them through, getting their government buildings and other things back up and running since last year's hurricanes.
Yeah.
Hurricanes from 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago. It when we start to hear like what problems are still being solved. I mean, not just the hurricanes 2 years ago, floods in 2016.
Yeah,
and we're still on the way back from that.
The incredible efficiencies of government, and I don't, it's one of the reasons I stay and do what I do. Coming from the business world, I sort of enjoy finding ways to make a government very efficient. And it is possible. By the way.
1 minute.
It is possible.
I mean, that might be a stretch.
Well, you got to take one at a time. It's like going in a restaurant with a huge seafood buffet.
Yes.
You can't eat it all at one time unless you're eating gumbo.
That's see, good point right there. Anyway, within one segment, he's mentioned burgers. He's mentioned the seafood buffet. I think he's on his way to breakfast.
Yeah.
He is State Treasurer John Schroder. I appreciate the time this morning.
Brian.
Thank you. Absolutely. We're going to meet up with Your Money Now coming up in about